Hi there, Ron here, Variable Play, and welcome back to. Wait, I think my audio. It's CV10. Okay, good. Camera, good. Finally, there. Look at that. So much more. So much more improved. So much more is really the ideal signal. Let me just check the audio. Okay. And let me just again reshare it. Pardon me for everyone for um, blasting the groups too much. My bad. Board game. Yeah. So a while ago, the camera just wasn't doing it correctly. So the way we had to do it was we had to bring it all the way down um, to as near as possible to the board, and that one finally worked because a while ago it just doesn't want to display correctly. Okay. All right. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. All right. So we are here looking at king and peasant. So king and peasant, the goal is it's an asymmetric two-player game. One player embodies the role of the king, the other one is the peasants. The players will go head to head to achieve their objective. I believe the peasant's objective is the king draws the assassin. So in essence, the assassin is in one of these cards, and then if the king draws it, then king uses the condemn action but did not discard the assassin. Dispatch the assassin when there are no guards in town. Okay. And the king's goal is to have no more cards in the deck, but the assassin is in the discard pile. Okay. All right. So cool. And then we have some player actions here. So the king, ready a guard, mobilize a guard, condemn a rebel, play an action card, and pass your turn. So draw a card at the end of your turn. While peasant actions is hide the rebel. So I guess you can flip them face down or something. Dispatch or infiltrate a rebel. Return a face up rebel back to hand. So we can play an action card or draw a card. Okay. All right. Cool. So how does that work? So we've done the setup. They're on play. So where is the turn structure? Three card anatomy. Draw a card at the end of your turn. Play the game. Peasant starts first. Perform one action listed in your player reference, then pass the turn. Repeat until one player achieves their goals. Oh, okay. All right, all right. So in essence, this is the peasant. Um, they have these actions. So I'm guessing let's just try a few. What is dispatch a rebel? So flip a face down rebel in the town face up. Then use its card effect. You cannot use this action on a card that's already face up. Ah. And then you also have play card from your hand face up or draw a card. Okay. All right. So let's keep it simple. Let's draw a card first for our peasant. So the peasant just draws a card on our turn. Let's try what is mobilize a guard. King actions. Okay. Discard a guard in the town, then use its effect. Oh, draw one card and ready up. What is ready a guard? Ready a guard. Place a guard from your hand into the town face up without using its card effect. Oh, maximum of 3 cards in town. Oh, mobilize 2 guards. Reveal. Oh, well, I think we're gonna do this. So we are. What is that? Mobilize a guard. Mobilize a guard. So we're gonna discard this noble. It says here, reveal all rebels, and so I guess we'll discard them, and then we reveal all the rebels. So we have here some action cards. We have a smuggler, and we have the assassin. So I want the assassin in the discard pile. Okay. So that's the action of my turn. Then back to the player. So they, for example, could yeah, return a face-up rebel into the hand and take a face-up rebel in town, put it back into your hand. So we can do the return action. So it goes back up there. Yay! And then play goes around. Your king wants to search for the rebel. You have some open information for. So most of the time, the the rebels are face down. They're hiding amongst the citizens, and the king naman is face up. They look nice. Cards look nice. Look fantastic. I love the card feel. Looks really good, and so I'm excited to play this more. Asymmetric game. Um, and so it's very interesting that it's just specific cards. So Sentinel and the Assassin and Decoy. So the other player has the Decoy and the Assassin. And then everything else are both multi-use cards because you have, yeah, it's just 18 cards. Correct. Awesome. That is King and Peasant. That looks nice, fantastic, and brilliant system. So King, Peasant. All right, cool. So that is King and Peasant. Um, the, I really love the art direction. I love the case as well. Such a, I mean, for 18 cards, it gives you a bit of presence. So it's not your super small ones, but it's practical. You can even have maybe some tokens inside. Nice. Okay. So I have here from another company um, called, what is the company name? Silly Paddy Games. Yeah, so this is from Chili Paddy or Silly Paddy? Chili Paddy. Probably Chili Paddy. Silly Paddy. Chili Paddy. So we have here Alibaba um, and the 40 Thieves, the Dancing Queen. Sorry. Let me just... Patingin ng mithi. Haha, di ko pa na-try. Ata na-try. Yes, well, it's Folded Wishes Light. So if you can imagine Folded Wishes, but it's done in an 18 card form, that is pretty much going to be what is Mithi. Because Mithi is wish. Okay. So I want to show you. So let's just open them up. This one, Alibaba, I didn't get to play. So I'm just going to see what's inside. And then the other ones, I have an experience on how they played. And so that's pretty fun. Oh, a lot of tokens. Oh, okay. So we have these probably money. So a lot of coins for money. Okay, and then we have some cards. So Alibaba and the 40. Okay. So for this one, that, and then we have the cards 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then direction left, right, and center. Okay, and then we have the 40 thieves. Okay, how do you play this? Setting up the game. So we have the treasures. We have to put them around the here. So I'm not gonna punch those out. Uh, and then you have the draw deck. So we're gonna have a draw deck. Oh, does that include these guys? Probably. Cool. All right. Ah. So this is the cave. These are the treasures, and we put in the values of the tokens. Okay, space for revealing cards. Then each player has 20 gold. Um, so, how does it work? At the beginning, each player must reveal one card of another player or the top card of the draw deck, then revealing the card of another player, do not move it, leave it in place, reveal the card from the deck, place next to the deck. Okay. If the sum of all cards revealed is less than 12, claim the lowest. If the sum of all cards revealed, claim the lowest reward stack available. Then use the. So we're just tracking the total. So okay, got it. So yeah, you're the cousins of Alibaba. After he becomes rich, you keep pestering him until he tells you his secret, the hidden cave of the 40 thieves. Now it's your turn to visit the cave. Make yourselves rich too. Take as much as you can, but beware, you lose your sense of time in the cave. The thieves return at 12 midnight. So they return at 12 midnight. That's why it has to fit between until 12. So the value should only be until 12. Um, if you hear them coming, drop everything and run for your life. So here's the idea. Each round, take turns revealing a card. If the total reveal cards below 12, you claim a reward. If you reach or exceed 12, you are penalized. The round ends. Continue until somebody has 80 gold. Oh, so it's very similar to Pinocchio, which I can show you a bit more. But I like this. So you have the money stacks. You're tracking the amount. So, for example, we reveal 2, then you can take the lowest stack. Yeah, so I'm guessing you have 1, 3, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, right? So, okay. Yeah, so their money should be whatever their values are, right? Setup. 20 gold, place treasures, center of table, stack coins on the edge, following the amounts shown. Yeah, so this will have a 1, 3, 5, a 10, 20. So for example here, so 2, I can take a 1. Then somebody else reveals. So we'll have like so depending on the number of players, we will have. So let's do that. Let's try that out. One card of another player or top card of the draw deck. Look at your cards, play them face down in front of you from lowest to on the left, highest to the right. And then if this says left, center, or then you must follow their positions. Okay. So we have a bunch of players. We have the deck. And I'll arrange my. So this one, for example, has to stay in center, and so leftmost to the right. Okay. Then I will reveal to another player. So 4. So currently we're now at 4. And yeah, so let me just punch this. So 4. So I'm able to take the stack here. Is that how it works? When we If the sum of all cards revealed is less than 12, claim the lowest stack card. Use the cave to track the sum. If the sum exceeds, lose 10 gold, or as much as you know, then the round ends. Okay, so I get 1 gold. So the next player then reveals. Okay, so they now get $3, right? Because I've taken the one stuck here, so now this player gets $3. This player, sorry, yes, reveals from me. So what does times 2 mean? Ah, oh, so when you reveal the boss, you've received. Oh, so they're different. So Genie, its value is that previously revealed card times 2. Oh, well, 0. So no problem. Still 0, so that means that they can take the 5. And so we're just slowly picking up cards until you don't run out. Cool. All right. So that is Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Cute, cute. All right. And funny art. Um, nice. Awesome. Okay. So let me just put the map in the box. That's nice. I like how that looks. All right. So the next two, I am a bit more familiar with. Okay. Next one. This is called Dancing Queen. Um, and it is a peculiar game. Peculiar game. Because um, so you're basically uh, going to the prom, and you're trying to bring the best set of dancers. But practically, it just means that you have some personal objectives. So uh, dancing, and then the points, then the different dances, and then the two players, being the king and the queen. So king and dancing queen. Okay, so two decks, and I believe these will be they form sort of like a yeah, yeah. So something like this. So dancing queen there. So it just forms you a menu. Oh, oh no, it did it again. Why? Because there are people. A while ago, it was already fine. Why are you doing? Okay. So dancing queen, you have all of these, and so each player will have a copy of the playlist of the other player. So the king likes these dances, and the queen likes these dances, and they're basically different um, conditions. So for example, and so you will be playing cards. So the king, for example, um, yeah, and this same goes here. So you have the different playlist again for the king and queen. So so it kind of goes like that. Ah, there you go. That's better. All right, all right. So good. So we have the playlist over there. Okay. Yeah. So that's how that's set up, and it's telling you the different songs that people can play. And so these are then the cards that are distributed to each um, player. Oh, I forgot this one. Put this one in the Alibaba. Is this is it made by ABBA? Um, Earth, Wind, and Fire. So players then play, and it's their choice whether they want to partner that with a queen or a king, or they want to do two kings or two queen. So they're each one in front of each other are partners, or dancing partners. But the reality is, this is the lead, um, and so that side, this is their lead. Uh, their lead is a queen, and the flip side of that is this is the win condition, right? That they're trying to get. In this case, for example, it's saying that so your turn, you're playing a card or passing, and if both pass, then you check if who has won, and you basically will then reveal um, the card. So in this case, for example, there's five um, red cards, or the queen cards, then of female dancers across the board, they would have won. In this case, if there are no, so for example, after that, I played this. If this is revealed, and this means they didn't get it because they shouldn't be a blue card. But this one also didn't get it, so they wouldn't pass right away. So they might do that. And then there are cards that allow them to rotate certain cards, which then allows them to, yeah, change how other cards work. So, for example, like that. So that's the last one. So maybe this one isn't okay. That case, and I can also change my queen, which then slides them out, if I'm not mistaken. Right, and then you check who has won. Tapos I think there's some sort of sorting order on their songs. And basically, you're trying to deduce what the other player is trying to dance. And based on what they're trying to dance, then that's what you try to block. So very peculiar, but interesting. Dancing Queen. And so, and the biggest issue is not really an issue, is that if you accidentally reveal what you're trying to dance, because you start singing. So that's Dancing Queen. All right. Last game that I have from Chili Paddy is Pinocchio. Pinocchio is quite an adorable game. So it's like a play on your liar's dice, but that's okay. Pinocchio, di ba? So very cute. I love the art. No, it looks like Studio Ghibli, right? Studio Ghibli art. Look at that, beautiful. So Pinocchio is simple. Um, it's a play on liar's dice, but you have a bit more information as to the the availability of things. So it's sort of like liar's dice, um, with a bit more. So we have just the donkeys. These are just to track your points. You get a donkey donkey if you lose. This is the card distribution of the what are the available cards. So there are two zeros, two ones, two twos, two threes, fives, or two six twos, uh, two sixes, 110, and 120. So the goal of the game is that um, you want to be over 21. So you want to be over 21. Uh, and so you want to be over 21. And so it depends on the number of players. So it's your choice. So they'll reveal one first. So the current total is 3. So let's say there's it's a 3-player game. Let's move that there. Okay, 3-player game. So I draw, okay, and then I can then lie of what I got. I can say I have a 10. And so this is now our total is 13, right? And they can. So now the trick is you're gonna contest a player if you think um, we have gone over uh, 21. So you have to be over 21 when you say, "Hey, I think we've already gone over." Let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure that's how you uh, contest. So let me just double check and see the verbatim. So challenge, it means that you're declaring that the total of the cards drawn exceed 21. So it has 22 forward. If the total is more, the previous player is cursed, so they get the donkey. Is otherwise um, the one who contested. So meaning if it wasn't 20, so people were bluffing of the cards, the values of the cards that they have chosen in the beginning, then so I said we are at 13 now. The next player said, "Oh, I drew another 10." Right? So this player might believe them and say, if that's the case, maybe we're at uh, 23 already because it was 10-10. No, cannot be because there's only 110. So one of these guys are lying. So they said, okay, I'm not gonna get one first. I'm gonna draw. And so they draw. They said, oh, okay. Uh, I found the six. Right? So eventually this goes until eventually some player says, okay, I think we're already over 21. So this says contest. I think we're over 21. So they start with I think where do you start? Do you start with yours? So when you contest, everyone reveals a card one by one. Ah, you didn't say who. Okay. So everyone starts to reveal the cards that they have. So in this case, it's a 0. It's another. It's a 6. So they were telling the truth. 5. So we are now 8, 14, and 0. So didn't make it. Um, so that means that he was wrong in contesting. So he gets a donkey. And when a person has 4 donkey, the game ends, and who has the least amount of donkey wins the game. And that is Pinocchio. Very simple, but cute and um, quite practical, quite nice, very portable, and it's also quite fun. Although we do find it that the 20 is quite revealing in terms, and then you can also play around with that. But I'm also debating if you can just remove the 20 as well. Okay, now for my favorite game that I have gotten in my visit there. Kia, I'm going to open up your copy. This is your copy, by the way, because I want to show people first um, what's inside this beautiful game. I have talked about this game uh, in my previous uh, visit in Singapore, but we ran out of copies. It sold quite fast. So the name of the game is called Name It. There, Name It. It's from Thailand. So Name It is a fun game for all ages that combines creativity and imagination, memory, and speed. It plays up to 6 players. Plays in 15 minutes. Okay. All right. So let's look at what's inside. So we just have a bunch of cards. So we have here a lot of dogs. Okay. Let me just open them up. All right. Okay. So we'll basically, the way the game is played is that if you encounter a dog the first time, in this case, So you reveal on your turn. You will be revealing a card. So if you encounter the dog the first time, you race to say the name of that dog, that species. So corgi. Okay, corgi. Fluffy butt. So once you name the card, the dog, so it goes to you. You now have to name it. Hence the name, name it. So my corgi is Mr. Fluffy Whiskers, Scuttlebutt. So Mr. Fluffy Whiskers, Scuttlebutt. From here on forward, if we encounter a corgi, we have to say, not corgi, we have to now say Mr. Whiskers Scuttlebutt. Mr. Fluffy Whiskers Scuttlebutt. Or whatever you name. And so whoever says that, then they get that card as their point in the game. And so now if you find one of that dog with a leash, now you don't say the name of the dog, you now say the name of the owner. So people have to now shout Ron. Okay, and then that person uh, gets that. So that's for the naming of the dogs. And then just some special cards. So we have here, what is his name? So this one, he basically is just this super talented dog. Just wants to appear, like to appear. So he wants people to give him a high five. So you have to be first in tapping on him. And then we also have the golem. So this one is a confused dog. So whatever the previous dog was, then you have to shout that. So if it was Mr. Fluffy Whiskers Scuttlebutt, then you have to shout Mr. Fluffy Whiskers Scuttlebutt to get golem. And then the last one is just um where's that? Where's the cat? Cat. There. So if a cat comes out, you have to all cover your dogs because they will run after the cat. Whoever is the first one will get to keep the cat. And that's it. That is the game. It's so simple, so cute. The lovely art. So you got your corgi, you got a beagle, you have a, I think this is a golden retriever. Such joyful face. You have a Frenchie. I think that's a Frenchie, a French bulldog. Actually, the names are here. Names are. You have the complete names here. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's a French bulldog. And then what else we have? We have the. This is the Dachshund hot dog. We probably call them hot dog. We have a, what is this? This is a pug. Yeah, of course it's a pug. Pug. Doggies. This is a what? What? Pomeranian. Ah, such anger. Such anger from a small dog. Pomeranian. We got a Labrador. Yes. And we have Siberian Husky. Look at those eyes. Just crazy eyes. Yeah. And we have a Rottweiler. There you go. And the cat. Yeah. So you basically um, give them a nice shuffle, introduce everyone's names, and see how that goes. Yeah. So Frenchie, French bulldog. It's not Frenchie. It's French bulldog. Okay. So somebody gets that right. They name Frenchie. Uh, McDonald's Twister fries. So not sponsored. McDonald's Twister fries not sponsored. So every time we now encounter Frenchie, the French bulldog, you have to say McDonald's French fries. McDonald's, French, just surprise. Even me, I can't remember my own names. Yeah, and there you go. That's it. Super simple, super cute, but it's such a brilliant party game that takes on a bit of memory, but makes it accessible for everyone and funny because it's just the comedic nature of panicking to remember things. Um, and so there you go. Uh, so check these guys out. I know the team also bought quite a bit. So I think these are gonna be available in limited quantities, of course, from the stores. So yeah, so you have Formation of Rome. Look at my previous destroyed episode because the color was just off. Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. We have Pinocchio. This one really interesting. Uh, Tug of war sort of mechanic. Um, King and Peasant. You have the Dancing Queen and King. And my favorite of my haul is Name It. All right. Thank you everyone for joining me. This is Ron Villaver. It's been a while. Thank you for staying tuned. And until next time, see you guys. Bye.